Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Rice. I know we can't be in school reading together right now, but you have this book at home and we can read this story together. So we're looking at lesson 23 this week, Whistle for Willie. And we're looking for nouns this week, words that name people, places, animal, or things. So you can maybe after you finish look for some of the nouns in this story. We have our words to know on our context clue cards. Word number 1, house. They learned how to build a house for the birds. There's the boy and girl building with their grandpa. Number 2, along. He rode carefully along the bike path. There he is. He's wearing a helmet for safety. Our next word, together. The baby can clap her hands together now. I know some of you have babies at your house that are learning how to clap. Number 4, the boy teaches his sister to read. When you could be a girl and teach your brother how to read too. If you have a younger brother or sister, that's a great thing to do while you're at home together. Number 5, father. My father teaches me how to swim. There's the dad teaching the little boy how to swim. Again, we went out on the ice again to practice. And if we get in close, you can see they have on ice skates. Ice skating's not very easy. You have to keep practicing and practicing. Just like reading, you have to practice to get better. Number 7, nothing. At first, nothing fit, but he finished the puzzle. And number 8, she began to take violin lessons. She just started to learn how to play the violin. Good thing to have something new to practice during this time. All right, as we're reading today, our target skill is cause and effect. It says sometimes one story event causes another event to happen. The cause happens first, and the effect will happen next. That happened to us. The cause was the coronavirus coming. The effect was we can't be in school with each other anymore, so I'm having to read to you in a video. So we're going to read, and as we read, we're going to see what is the cause and what is the effect of some different things in our story. Here's previewing the topic. Pets. A pet can be a good friend. A cat can cuddle. A dog can play with a ball. What kinds of pets do you know about? Have you ever had a pet? How many of you have ever had a pet? Some of you might have pets right now. Pets need care. They need to be fed. Some need to be walked. You will read about a boy and his pet dog in Whistle for Willie. It's the story we're reading right now. When you can think, pair, share with someone at your house right now when you're doing this, what pet would you like best? Think about it and finish the sentence. I would like blank. I would not like blank. Blank is better than blank. Let's see, if I was finishing that, I would say I would like a dog. I would not like a snake. A dog is better than a snake. So you can see what pet you might like to have and what pet you would rather have another one of. Here we go. Our anchor text this week. Remember, we always look at our genre. Realistic fiction, a story that could happen in real life. We'll have events that could really happen and characters that do things like real people do. Our author and illustrator this week, Ezra Jack Keats, wrote and illustrated books for children. When Mr. Keats was a boy, he drew pictures on the kitchen table. His mother was so proud, she kept the art rather than wash the table. All right, here's our story, Whistle for Willie. There he is trying to whistle. There's his dog. Our essential question, how can you take good care of a pet? Think about that as we read. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. He's leaning against that street light, trying and trying. He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. So let's analyze the text, our cause and effect. What happened when the boy whistled? You can see there in the picture. What is happening? Think for a minute. So the boy whistling caused the dog to come. The effect of the boy whistling was the dog coming. All right, that makes sense, cause and effect. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead he began, one of our words, to turn himself around. Around and around he whirled, faster and faster. When he stopped, everything turned down and up. Look, he's looking so dizzy. Even the lights look like they're popping out of the street light. and up and down and around and around. So what made Peter so dizzy? What caused him to be dizzy? Remember, what was he doing? He is what? Spinning around and around, and it made him so dizzy. Peter saw his dog Willie coming. Quick as a wink, he had an empty carton on the sidewalk. Figurative language, it says, what do you think quick as a wink means? Because it's not too easy to wink sometimes. Quick as a wink just means really, really fast. He's doing it really fast so his dog can't see him. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled, Peter thought. Willie would stop and look around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but he still couldn't. So Willie walked on. There's his little dog Willie with him. Isn't really cute with his pink collar? One day, Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way home, he took some colored chalk out of his pocket and drew a long, long line right up to his door. Look, going down the sidewalk, around the barbershop pole, keeps going down the sidewalk. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. There's the string going all the way to his door. Why don't you take a second and try to whistle? Ready? Puff up your cheeks. Can you do it? It's not so easy. It took me a long time to learn how to whistle. He went into his house and he put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still no whistle. See how his lips are puckered up? They're making like that little circle. He's wearing his dad's hat, thinking that might help. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I'm come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willie." "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were right back together again. Remember when we did the shadow experiment a little bit ago? We practiced and we jumped off our shadows. We could not get away from our shadow. They stay right there with us. When he came to the corner where the carton was, who should he see but Willie? What do you think he might do? What did he do last time? There he is, hiding in the box. Peter crunched under the carton. He blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped to look around to see who it was. Okay, so Willie stopped. What caused Willie to stop? What happened that made Willie stop? Remember? Peter did that little whistle. There's Peter standing up from under the box. Oops, I'm sorry. I went a page too far. I skipped a page by mistake. Here we go. "It's me," Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. There he is. He's all puckered up. He's whistling. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling. So did Willie. And there's the mom and the dad. The dog's sitting up because he's so excited. And our last page. There's Willie carrying the paper. Peter's carrying the groceries home and he's whistling. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there and he whistled all the way home. The end. So think the cause and effect in our story this week. Also, you can go on my YouTube channel that you just watched this on, and I read another story for you this week, A Birthday Pet, and you can read about another little boy who gets a pet for his birthday. And you can make your own cause and effect chart if you would like to go through the book and put some things that happened for cause and effect. All right, I really enjoyed reading with you guys. And we will read later. We'll look at some figurative language. and we will read. See, now it's your turn. It says, what would Willie say if he could talk? That would be a fun little story to write and think about. What would Willie have said if he could talk? So if you want to do a little writing activity, that would be a great one. And I will read with you guys again next time. Bye.